In this video guitar lesson, I'm going to go over several different ways to play the E flat minor chord on the guitar. If you're a beginner, I'm going to start out very easy, very basic, and then we'll get more and more advanced as we go through the video. Let's begin. So this is probably the easiest way to play D sharp minor or E flat minor. Here's how you do it. Put your third finger on the 8th fret of the G string, your second finger on the 7th fret of the B string, and your first finger on the 6th fret of the high E string. So all together. So you'll notice my fingers are not straight, but they're slanted. They're at an angle like that. And my fingers are not flat, they're curved like this. Also, my pinky is not accidentally muffling one of these strings. It's kind of hugging the third finger so that it stays out of the way. And we're only using the first 3 strings of the guitar. So to mute these strings so they don't accidentally ring out, because that wouldn't sound good. So to mute them, I put my palm over them and it muffles them and it mutes them right here. So it's like this. And of course you don't have to put your fingers out like that. You can pick like this, but I just find it more comfortable like that. So that's as easy as possible, but let's add another note. So now you put your third finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and you put your pinky on the 8th fret of the G string as close as possible to the third finger. These two fingers are working together, they're squeezing together, helping each other out. And then you add your second finger on the 7th fret of the B string, and your first finger on the 6th fret of the high E string. So all together. And to muffle the low E string and the A string, again I have my palm here. Sometimes I'll put my thumb up here to kind of muffle the low E string a little bit. So keep practicing that. Once you get good at that, you can take your first finger and come up here and put it on the 6th fret of the A string, and that's the note D sharp or E flat. And then put your 2 fingers here, just like in the last chord we did. Second finger here, just like that. And keep practicing this one, and eventually you want to get to where you can put your first finger down and play the high E string, the 6th fret, using this part of your finger right here. So that's called a barre chord because you're making your first finger look like a bar here. And the idea is actually to be able to play all the notes like this. And then you add these fingers here. Again, I can mute the low E string with my palm here, but another thing I can do is bring my first finger up so that the tip of my finger is kind of muffling the string. And this way I can strum with my right hand a lot heavier. And here's another way to play the D sharp minor or E flat minor chord. So this one you put your first finger flat as a bar across the high E string, B string, and G string on the 11th fret. And you can do it pretty straight. You don't have to roll your finger, you don't have to go at an angle. Nice and straight. And you can use your second finger to help press down. You may not use this way of playing the chord on the acoustic guitar very often, but it can make some great sounds on the electric guitar. If you're having a hard time with this chord, something you can do is just play a D sharp or E flat power chord, just like this. So this one, you put your first finger on the 6th fret of the A string, your third finger and your pinky on the 8th fret of the D string and G string, together like that. And you can muffle the low E string with the tip of your finger, but also try to have your palm here on the low E string. Well, I hope you got something out of this video, and if you'd like to watch more of my videos, just search Guitarincrease. My name is Brett. Thank you so much for watching.